Hey guys, welcome back. And before we get into it, I would like, maybe like, share, subscribe. Maybe I'm almost at 600 subscribers, so it would be a really good help. But it's before I get into everything, I want to get into what she said on her TikTok and TikTok Live. And first, foremost, I want to get into her addressing everything on her TikTok. At least from what I've seen, I've only seen like one video of this, and and that she kind of explains why she did it a little bit. She also like goes and says whoever is her friend is not her friend, which I don't really believe, and yada yada. But first of all, she says that she was doing this because she wanted a way to vent out like the pain she was feeling for what was it, like 7 years. And here's the thing about that, and this is why I think Cory is innocent. I don't like no, that's not how this works. When you're hurting or you want to put out personal details, you don't put it out for everyone on the internet to see. You put it out to whatever therapist you have, whatever friends you have, whatever, like if you have a partner, you tell them that. You don't go out into random people on the street and say, "Hey everybody, I got like emotionally abused and I'm hurt and blah, 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 and he's like he won't talk to me and whatever," right? And you could argue, oh, she could have just talked to him in like private about it, but apparently he's been ghosting her. I don't know if this is true or not. I like maybe, but that still doesn't give her the right to be like, oh, he's not listening to me anymore. Let me just tell everyone else before I tell any of my friends, right? And it just like you're doing too much at that point. And even then, even if you feel like that's the last resort, that's gonna happen, and you're gonna have the worst possible experience, right? Because it's not like you're going out for some dude who only has like, I don't know, like 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, right? You're going out to a dude who like basically had a whole generation of people watching him, right? This guy's been on YouTube for like 15 some years, right? He's been on it for a while. So when you're going to interact with his community and just say this stuff, right? His community is not going to pay attention to you, right? At least most people wouldn't pay attention to you. And you can see this on like Twitter, especially where they're like, most of them are either no Cory or like I knew Cory was like weird or something like that. They'll be doing something, right, but they won't be paying attention to her. So they're not there to validate you. They're not there to like help you, console you, whatever, right? They're gonna focus on him, right? And even though you said, oh, I didn't want this to like be on his, or I don't want people on his eyes or whatever, or have their eyes on him. That's that. How do you think this was gonna go out? Like that there's no other way. There's no other way for this to happen, right? This is just like there's no way you didn't know. Now I want to get into the pictures of like the Xbox messages and stuff. I don't necessarily believe that like with one of the Twitter threads, I don't think that it Xbox deletes messages after a while, right? Because everything I've seen, it hasn't, at least not yet. Maybe after like 7 or 8 years, maybe it'll do that. But after 3 years, it doesn't seem like it goes anywhere. But other than that, seems fake because one, she hasn't shown the full conversation. She's got snippets of it. She hasn't shown the full thing. And two, when she did post the conversation, it was in two different fonts basically. There was one that was on the Xbox app, and then the other one looked like it was on Discord. So it just, again, bad luck. She's doing like, I don't know why she just can't show everything, right? This is the same thing that goes with the whole text message thing. Even that people are skeptical of, right? Because people are saying that apparently she dated him back in 2015, which is a whole decade ago. It's not even 9 years ago, right? People are saying that even that is just, there's no way. So it's just, if she has something, she would have shown it. I don't think she has everything, right? And I think knowing that she's been on lives and she's been responding to stuff, right? I think she would have posted something by now. I don't think she has anything. I just don't. But that's my take on it. I think right now Cory's innocent. There's nothing else to it. The most you could say is that maybe he was a bad boyfriend. But this is all, again, over like almost a decade ago. This was almost a decade ago. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Want to get to 600 subscribers, so that would be great. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.